what's going on? It's Robert O'Crook from the Digital Nomads Forum. And this week's video is inspired through a response I got via email. So every week I do these videos and I send them out to my email list. And a gentleman on my list replied back and said something along the lines of, I'm interested in finding high quality remote work, but I don't want to go in places or on platforms where there's a ton of competition and I have to fight everyone else out there. He's like, and what should I do? And so I was thinking, what should I say to him? And what I realized is that my advice is almost kind of ironic, because these kind of places are the exact place that you want to go to find remote work, like the best remote work opportunities. Now let me explain why. So you have to put yourself in the shoes of a client. As a business owner, someone running a project, you need help with something and you're looking for a high quality freelancer, remote employee, whatever it is, to help you with whatever you need help with. Now, are you as the client gonna go to some weird site or platform and post your job sneakily in this place where there's not a lot of competition? Of course not. What are you gonna do? Well, you're likely gonna go to a platform, a website, whatever it is, where there's an abundance of high quality freelancers, where there is a lot of competition, because that's what's favorable to the client. So this scares off people like the gentleman who replied to me via email, because they're like, oh, tons of other competition. If you're trying to get a freelance gig, that means many other freelancers. If you're trying to get a remote job, many other applicants. But it's only an issue if there's a lot of competition where you're playing, if you compete the same way everyone else does. So what I recommend people to do is learn how to leapfrog the competition. Now, if you follow my videos and some of my content, you know that personally, I've had a lot of success with remote work platforms like Upwork, and that's what I help other people with. So I want to share a few principles that apply to being successful with any remote work platform like Upwork, but also apply to just earning a remote job or kind of any kind of approach you're going to take to getting meaningful and well-paid remote work, the kind that you actually want. So number one is, whether you have to create a profile, whether you have to submit a resume, a cover letter, if you look at how most people are doing things, well, then you're going to see what's average. If you look at what people who are crushing it, who are doing absolutely the best on that platform or spot are doing, then you're going to learn how to do the same. So on Upwork, what I always recommend people to do is to review 20 to 30 or more profiles of the top freelancers who are doing what you want to be doing and earning how much you want to be earning, because that's going to give you the foundation to create a profile that's based on exactly what's already successful for others doing what you want to do. Now, this is applicable obviously in any scenario. Second thing I talk to people a lot about is setting up instant automated notifications for the ideal jobs. Whatever your approach is to earning remote income, whether it's through a remote job, whether it's as a freelancer, you always want to make sure you find a way to be the first person to apply. If you can't figure out, or very close to the first person to apply, if you can't figure out how to do that, then you're going to just be part of that big dog pile of competition when you're the 10th, 15th, 20th plus person to apply to a potential job or contract, project, whatever it is. If you're 15th, 20th, whatever, your chances are terrible. But if you're first, second, third, maybe up to the fifth person who applies, then you're going to have the attention span of whoever is going to actually hire you or say yes to what you're offering. Last thing that I advise people to do is learn how to send time efficient but custom tailored proposals. So that's just like what you write to a potential client or employer to say why you're a good fit for whatever it is they need help with. You need to learn how to do it in a way where you can send it really quickly. Like, my recommendation is between 3 to 5 minutes, which sounds crazy to some people, but I'll include a link to a resource if you're trying to do this on a remote work platform like Upwork in the video comments. It's called the Tactically Tailored Template, and it shows you exactly how you can send a really great custom tailored proposal that's also time efficient, because everything boils down to a numbers game usually at some point when it comes to earning remote work online. Because a client, a employer can literally hire from all around the world, they have a huge pool of people to pick from. So even if you're the perfect fit for that job, there's a good chance there's a couple other people who are a great fit. And so that means you need to send many proposals potentially to actually land the job. And that's okay, but only if you can do it in a time efficient manner. So my advice to anyone watching this is do not steer clear of the places with lots of competition, because lots of competition is indicative that there's lots of opportunity. Those are the places you want to be, because the best clients with the best opportunities are not going to go to a special place where there's no competition. They're going to go to the place where they can find the best freelancer, and that's often the spots where the most competition exists. So my advice to you is be that freaking cougar, that lion, that king of the food chain in that competitive environment. Learn from the people who are the very best on that environment that you're trying to go into, and leapfrog the competition. Don't fight, don't try to brute force your way the way everyone else is doing it, because otherwise you're gonna end up frustrated like the gentleman who emailed me, who's looking for a different way to do it, because it just simply doesn't work to fight tooth and nail with hundreds of other freelancers. So I'm Robert O'Crook. Hope this video was helpful. I think it was. So let me know in the video comments if it resonated, anything you got out of it. If you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, give me a like. If on YouTube as well, please subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Robert O'Crook. Ciao.